So I've just come over to the plot to do a little harvesting, and I'm going to start with my courgettes and hopefully get some baby spinach and big spinach, and I'll see how far I get because Anwen is asleep and she will probably wake up in like 2 minutes. So here you go. Here's the plot today. There's Anwen over there, and I can already hear her crying. Lovely. But I'm going to get these courgettes anyway before I go, because I can have them for my stir fry tonight. This one here. While I'm here, we'll get a couple of those broad beans because they're looking quite big now. Oh, look, and there's a tiny little butternut squash plant. Keep going, darling, keep going. So here's what I've managed to harvest. I've got the big spinach leaves there, which I'll probably blanch and put in the freezer ready for some curries. I've got tiny little spinach tops there, ready for a stir fry tonight. And I got some broad beans and about 4 courgettes there. Courgettes even have the flowers on them, so if I was feeling so inclined I could stuff the flowers with ricotta cheese, but as I've got an Anwen, I really don't have time for that. So I'm really pleased with this haul. This is great. We're hoping to come across tonight and do the first potato harvest of my first earlies. So yeah, hopefully that'll all work out well, but I better go now. Just popped back over to the allotment now, and I've just noticed that my neighbour has burnt all of her dead foliage, really. And I mean, she's obviously done it in a very controlled way because there's only certain parts that have burnt, and I'm just wondering if I should employ that tactic further down my plot, really, because I don't know how the hell I'm going to clear all that by myself and get it ready for next year. If I was over here all day every day, then it would be a different thing, but I'm just wondering. Oh look, lovely sunflower there. I'm just wondering whether I should burn it or not, but I don't know, it just seems to be a bit drastic. I might have to look into it. But anyway, I'm over here to harvest some potatoes, so I shall crack on with that. Back again. I was just looking at my beans, and I'm pleased to say they're going up the poles nicely. Those are some ballottis, and there's the runners. And it's crazy really, because you turn your back for like 2 minutes, nothing happens, nothing happens, nothing happens. And then all of a sudden, there's like loads of them just popping up here, there and everywhere. And like my beetroot's coming on really nicely. And here, I've got a little pumpkin already. And there's one growing over there as well. So I'm really pleased. Anyway, I'm turning into giving you a tour now, and I'm not. I'm going to get on with harvesting my potatoes. So these 4 bags here are my first earlies. Then there's 6 bags of the second earlies, and then the row directly behind are all of my main crop. So today I'm going to harvest this bag here. So here goes. I'm going to do it in the wheelbarrow because I want to keep the soil so I can use the soil on beds in the future. So that's it without the bag, and it's not looking very hopeful really, is it? There's not much potatoes showing anywhere. Oh, here we are, look. Oh, great. Oh, this is awfully exciting. Oh, I can feel the heat from the soil. Oh, that's my seed potato there. Not looking too bad at the moment. Okay, so I'll carry on clearing and then I'll show you the loot I've got. So there we are, my first potato harvest. This is Sharps Express, so hopefully they'll be a good eat. I shall let you know. Oh, I'm well excited now. Great, and I can keep the compost for later. Lovely job. I'm just about to pull some of the rhubarb now. Make a nice rhubarb crumble maybe for tomorrow. I don't think I'll have enough to make rhubarb wine, as I need rather a lot of it. So yeah, I'll give the rhubarb a good old trim now. Just as an afterthought, while I'm here by the rhubarb, I just remembered I am growing more rhubarb from seed in my greenhouse this year. So all this area, well not all this area, but some of this area is going to be dug up and is going to become an even longer rhubarb patch. That is one of the many list of jobs I have to do this summer. And regarding the rhubarb, I've just cut off the heads and left them on the plant to rot back down to help the rest of the plants grow. Also time tonight to get a couple more peas. And finally, before I lose the light tonight, I'm going to harvest a bit of kale from these two plants here. I got some more kale growing there, but I'm not quite sure they're big enough for me to take off yet. I'll only take a couple of the outer leaves off these two anyway. So I've just picked them, as you can see, looking a bit more depleted now. And if I've done the wrong thing and they're too young for me to pick them, then I learn my lesson. I'll wait a bit longer next time, and at least I got these 6 here in reserve. So here is my final harvest. As you can see, I got a good crop of kale there, a nice little bit of rhubarb there. Might make some jam out of that, but I probably haven't got time, so it'll just be a crumble. Now the peas, I don't know what to say about the peas. They're not been very productive this year. As you could tell by the bush, they're all a bit sunken. And when I was picking some of them, like this one for example, it's beginning to dry. So I could have kept that on there and I would have had peas ready to plant next year. But I've still got some peas from the bag I bought this year, so I'll plant them out next year. And I think I'll try a different variety next year as well and see what the difference is. And finally my potato crop. That was from 2 seed potatoes, and I'm sort of pleased, and I'm sort of was hoping for a couple more, but it's not bad. It'll do me and my husband for a couple of meals. So yeah, that's tonight. So I'm very pleased overall with that, and I wish you all good night. A lovely job.